I've recently been introduced to the CFA Society, and today I've got Cremen here to talk a little bit about who you guys are and what you do in the industry. Caroline, good afternoon. How are you doing?
Hi, nice to see you, Chris. Yeah, so the CFA Society, we are a non-profit organization. We are the local chapter of the CFA Institute in the USA. We service South Africa and the SADC region. The CFA Institute in the USA is a Chartered Financial Analyst Institute. So it is a tertiary qualification. It is a 3-year postgraduate course. And it primarily is focused on the investment professional across the globe. So anybody who would be working in finance, who would be structuring investments, building investments, managing investments, this is the normal career path if you want to go into those areas. The society in South Africa is a separate entity. And, specifically sitting within South Africa, we have our own issues here. So part of what our mandate here from our members that we have in South Africa is to actually guide the investment profession here in South Africa. And this is through our ethics training, our CPG, and to enhance their understanding of professional standards in the way they deal with clients, the way they deal with investments, and in the way they deal with the broader community. The membership of the CFA Society South Africa is primarily the members who have passed the CFA qualification, who've been handed the charter. But we have been, in recent years, really been focusing on increasing our membership to local members who don't intend to pursue the CFA charter itself, but who want some additional education, some CPD points, possibly really specifically focusing on investment. We have access to a lot of very articulate, very knowledgeable investment speakers in South Africa. We have access to a lot of the investment professionals from overseas who can actually give us guidance and who can actually give very, very nice pointers about the investment environment. Really what we're trying to do is we're trying to build up a catalog of information, investment education that is not only applicable to our members, but is actually applicable to the broader financial community. We sometimes find that there's a lot of CPD out there, and it's to deal with products and it's to deal with this and that, but it's not necessarily to do with investment management. And this is really where we're trying to bring more people into the societies to get a better understanding of that. So our membership, yes, is the regular members who have earned the charter, but we also have a South African membership. The South African membership is 1,000 Rand a year. The membership runs from the 1st of September every year to the 31st of August of the next year. The benefits of the membership are simply that as soon as you are a member, you are entitled to have a sit in and attend any of our CPD functions. And the CPD courses that we have, they're usually about an hour or 2 hours, between an hour and 2 hours. And again, it will focus on specific investment themes. We've recently had a cryptocurrency webinar, which was very well attended, and it was hosted with some of our African societies. And we have also what is very, very popular amongst our members and also our South African specific members was a series that we did about behavioral finance. So we're not looking necessarily at, the nuts and bolts of underlying investments, but we're really looking at how the broader investment environment and people's attitude to the investment environment and financial planners, dealing with clients and how they can actually best integrate, solid advice into their client relationships. What we also really do try to focus on is, there is a big gap in ethics training in the country. There are a lot of people who are doing something very, very similar, to each other, but we're actually approaching investment and ethics really from the point of of how the investment professional, and that doesn't mean somebody who's physically managing investments, but somebody who is potentially selling investments, presents themselves to the public, deals with their peers, deals with their companies that they're representing, and also to give a broader insight, really, because we've got a global reach of how these things are actually being treated across the globe. Because we can really leverage off what we've seen in some of the developed markets, but also in a lot of the developing markets, including Africa, because in some ways a lot of those markets are ahead of us.
Interesting. All right. Well, Caroline, thank you very much. I now understand a lot more about you, and I certainly look forward to engaging with you guys in the future. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Chris.